Hello once again, everybody. I'm Jake Lucci, and welcome to my video coaching newsletter. The title of today's video coaching newsletter is Congruency and Balance. This is some good stuff. I wrote a quote. I'm going to read it. We'll get you guys out of here. The quote says, "How many people you know actually do what they say they're going to do? Whether it be a verbal agreement, a set meeting, or even a handshake, are people actually congruent with their word?" The answer is most people aren't. Congruency is what your mind and heart yearn for. It's part of all of our DNA. The notion that staying congruent to our true selves will lead to prosperity and happiness. Robin Sharma says it's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and having the courage to be yourself in every situation rather than only when it's convenient. It's about being real, consistent, and congruent, so who you are on the inside is reflected by the way you perform on the outside. I have a quick story. It was a story from a few years ago. My grandfather was getting a big dinner ready, and I told him that I was going to be there at a certain time, and I texted him about an hour before and said that I wasn't going to make it, and he lit into me pretty good. And I always remember that story because I said that I was going to do something, and what he was trying to teach me was to be congruent with what you're saying, especially if people are going to go out of their way to prepare something for you. I think that that's why we get confused and we get to a point in our lives where we're not congruent ourselves, because we view people out there being so incongruent with their words, and so we think it's okay. And the fact of the matter is it's not. It's not okay to set a meeting and not show up. It's not okay to set a date and not show up. It's not okay to do whatever and to schedule and to tell somebody that you're going to do something and not show up. Yeah, sure, everything, situations come up. I get that. But at the same time, communication, there's no excuse not to communicate these days. We got those little devices called cell phones, and we could use those. So with that being said, be congruent with who you are, be congruent with what you say, be congruent with what you tell people, and always take everything with a grain of salt when somebody else tells you they're going to do something for you. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.